Have you ever watched a flame dance, thinking you could control its wild spirit? Life has a way of teaching the most profound lessons through the elements themselves. Today, I want to talk about those who thought they could manipulate the flames of life without getting burned. You know exactly who I'm talking about, don't you? Those people who played their games, thinking they were the masters of every situation. They walked through life like demigods, untouchable and unaccountable. Their fingers were matches, striking sparks of chaos wherever they went. They lit fires in your life, didn't they? Small flames at first, subtle manipulations, quiet betrayals, whispered doubts. They watched those flames grow, thinking they were somehow immune to the heat. But here's the thing about fire. It doesn't recognize authority. It doesn't bow to ego or bend to will. Fire is the great equalizer, the ultimate teacher of humility. And now, as you watch from a distance, you see them learning this truth the hard way. Their empire of matches is turning to ash in their hands. But this isn't a story about their downfall. This is a story about your rise. You see, while they were playing with flames, you were becoming fireproof. Every burn they inflicted became a layer of armor. Every scar they left transformed into a badge of honor. They thought they were breaking you, but they were actually forging you. Like a blacksmith's hammer striking hot metal, their actions were shaping you into something extraordinary, something unbreakable. You learned the difference between wielding power and abusing it. You understood that true strength isn't about how many fires you can start. It's about how many you can endure and still keep your soul intact. While they were busy building their throne of matches, you were building a foundation of authenticity. They played their games of smoke and mirrors. You chose to stand in the clear light of truth. Remember those moments when they thought they had you cornered? When their flames seemed to be closing in from every direction? That's when you discovered something remarkable about yourself. You weren't just resistant to their fire. You had become the master of your own inner flame. A flame that doesn't destroy, but illuminates. A flame that doesn't consume, but creates. And that's where the true transformation begins. In the crucible of adversity, when you realize that their games of fire were actually lighting your path to power. You see, they never understood the fundamental law of personal evolution. That pressure doesn't always crush. Sometimes it creates diamonds. Their attempts to dim your light only taught you how to shine brighter. Every time they tried to burn your bridges, you learned to build stronger ones. Made of steel, forged in the very flames they thought would destroy you. They became the unwitting architects of your resilience, the accidental catalysts of your metamorphosis. Now look at them, watching in disbelief as their tactics backfire, as their carefully constructed illusions crumble like paper in rain. They're learning the hard truth about playing with forces they don't understand, about underestimating spirits they thought they could break. But you've transcended their small-minded games. You've alchemized their toxic flames into pure, radiant energy. Where they saw limitations, you discovered launching pads. Where they planted doubts, you grew gardens of determination. Their short-sightedness became your long-term vision. Their attempts to cage you became your motivation to soar. You're no longer that person they thought they could manipulate. You've evolved beyond their capacity to comprehend, because while they were busy playing their power games, you were quietly mastering the art of authentic power. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself. The kind that radiates from within, like a sun at dawn. You learned that true power isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering yourself. About standing firm in your truth when the winds of chaos blow. About maintaining your integrity when others lose their way. This is a revolution they never saw coming. The quiet uprising of a spirit they thought they had subdued. Now let me tell you about the most beautiful part of this transformation, the way you've learned to harness your inner fire without burning others. You've discovered that true power doesn't leave a trail of destruction. It leaves a path of illumination for others to follow. While they're drowning in the consequences of their actions, you're becoming a lighthouse for those still finding their way. Your story isn't just about survival anymore. It's about transcendence, about evolution beyond their petty gains. You've learned to dance with the flames instead of wielding them as weapons, to let your light shine without dimming anyone else's. This is the mastery they could never comprehend, the ability to hold power without being corrupted by it, to stand in your truth without needing to demolish others. You see, while they're burning out, consumed by their own toxicity, you're burning bright, illuminating paths for others. Their fire was always about destruction, about control. But yours is about creation, about transformation. It's about lighting the way for those still trapped in darkness, about showing others that they too can rise from the ashes. That's the ultimate victory, not just surviving their flames, but emerging as something more magnificent than they could ever imagine. A phoenix who doesn't just rise, but helps others spread their wings too. You've discovered something they'll never understand. That true power isn't about how many people you can burn. It's about how many lives you can illuminate. While they're caught in their spiral of self-destruction, you're ascending, evolving, becoming something beyond their comprehension. Their game seems so small now, don't they? Like watching children play with matches from the perspective of stars. You've graduated from their school of fire into a universe of infinite possibility and potential. This is your legacy, not as a victim of their flames, but as a master of your own inner fire, a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, a living proof that what's meant to destroy you can become the very force that propels you to greatness. So let them burn out in their self-made inferno. Your fire will continue to light up the world, because you've learned the ultimate truth about power. It's not about the flames you can start, but about the lives you can transform with your light. Your story isn't ending, it's just beginning. And this time, you're writing every page with the ink of authenticity. The world needs your light, now more than ever. So shine on, brilliant soul, shine on. Because while they played with fire and burned out, you become the eternal flame that guides others home. Keep burning bright, keep lighting the way, for this is your destiny, not just to survive their flames, but to become the fire that transforms the world.